is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. To throw again on second down. Watson steps away to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
He finds his target, Fuller. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his second touchdown on the season. And the Texans have cut it to within a score. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Now we've got movement up front. I think this is going to be on the Titans. The false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Off play action, Tannehill. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down.
A gain of 6 yards. It's 4th down.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now the pass hauled in by Kenny Stills. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. On first down, Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. It's picked up by the Titans. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, Tannehill. Buying time to his left. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now it's Tannehill off the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. He'll try and run it. Tannehill able to take off and pick up the first as well.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
That's good.
The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. Henry relishing the chance to be the Titans' lead dog. He's in the backfield again on 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Tackle made at the 16.
This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway, because that's your strength.
And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Right back to him on first down. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. 2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. On 3rd down, Henry. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench, because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Texans take over 1st and 10. at their own.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. The sack by Marcus Hunt. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Gostkowski for the point after. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Titans 31, Texans 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Nashville. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Flush to his right. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he finds Stills, complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
It's complete. Stills. And he'll be out right at the 35. Give him 25 yards on the play there. And that'll bring up 4th down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
This is caught. It's Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Jeffrey Simmons picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. He's letting it fly for Cooks. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
He's letting this one go for Fuller. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Watson. Flushed out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. And it's 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. The Texans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Watson looks to throw again. Caught by Cobb. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Complete.
Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. From the gun, Watson. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Titans 38, Texans 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. Here's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney. And it'll be 2nd and 11. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Vic Beasley in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. And that is incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Here's Bryan Anger now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit. From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
32-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now a 1st down throw, Watson. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy... Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Off of play action, it's Watson. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him, and after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here's Bryan Anger now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Kill, turn it. Here you go, Tiger. Check. He's coming.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. On 2nd and 9, Tannehill. Dancing to his left. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Complete on the throwaway. It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Hey, let's get there.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll run. It's Henry. Powering his way forward. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. You get the 4th down conversion, and then you look up and you see a flag.
I'm just holding my head in my hands right now because I know the head coach is doing exactly the same thing. It all went into getting it on 4th down, and that gets wiped out.
So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done.